Oh, well, I don't know what I can do about that. It's too much light. No, here. I'm sorry it took so much time to get this thing set up. I didn't even know if I was really struggling if I was even going to do a Facebook Live with Five tonight. Uh, it feels like temperature in Norwood, Ohio is like, I don't know, 120. And I do not perform well when the feel good is 120. So I have a fan blowing in the back, and if it's too much air or making too much noise, let me know and we'll make the proper adjustments. I posted yesterday that over the weekend I had seen a television ad 6 times. Did I take it down? Storyworth by a company called Storyworth. It was an online company. I saw the TV ads, and after I saw the sixth one, I decided I better explore and see what Storyworth is all about. So I went to their site, and they have a very interesting program. You buy a subscription for $99, and every week they will send you an email question for someone to write something. And at the end of, I guess, 52 weeks, they produce one black and white book with all those things that you've written. And then it I didn't totally agree with all of it. Um, but it motivated me uh, to do something, and I'll share that with you at the end. Uh, well, I told you, or I wrote. I didn't tell you. I wrote yesterday that I would, um, to anybody who would buy my book, my legacy site is where you can learn all about it. My legacy story. I'm sorry, my legacy story site, and it'll tell you all about the program. And I decided, well, you essentially you're buying a lifetime subscription uh, for $24.99. Yes, you heard me right. We'll slash prices by 70 or whatever. Um, so it got me to thinking that $11 out of every 24.99 will go to. Oh, wait, you get weekly updates. $11 goes to the New World Institute for Creative Marketing Sales Scholarship Fund. For every subscription, $11 goes into the scholarship fund. The purpose of the Institute is to create new jobs. Some of those jobs will evolve into small businesses. Uh, at the end of the original program was 125 days, and that included a lot of testing, but we can get some really good results in 100 days. So then we would decide if a job continues or a business evolves, and I will personally mentor the starting of that new business with that individual. I will, for anybody who buys the book, I will invite you to a private conversation. I'm not sure of the technology yet, but a private conversation, and I will show you what I do, and if you and encourage you to do it for yourself, or if you need my help, I'm here to help. So 2007. 2007. By the way, the lighting is much better on the YouTube version of this than the Facebook Live. I can't figure that out. I'll have to try to figure it out. But really good lighting in YouTube, not so good lighting in Facebook Live. But then again, that's a technology issue. Okay, 2007. I was having coffee with a friend, as we did on Monday mornings to get supercharged for the week. And she said, David, you need to go home and write a book. And I literally went home to write this book. And I wrote it and published it literally in 100 days. New Year's Day 2008. I had a gathering of friends, a cocktail party in downtown Cincinnati, and we introduced the book. So at any rate, it was a thrilling experience for me, very intense, but very thrilling. Let me step back a moment. I started publishing in the 70s, and I accomplished two of the goals I had for the 70s, but I did not accomplish a third that I accomplished with the publishing of this book. But be that as it may, I look back at the book, and we really, in 2007, I was working with a printer who had an individual that created an app, if you will, and all it was an Excel spreadsheet, and I just put the question numbers, the chapter heading, the keywords. I think that's all I put on that spreadsheet, and then the book came out. I specifically designed the book to be a workbook, white space, so that anybody reading the book could say, geez, I need to think about that. I'll write it down. I'll call my attorney. I'll call my CPA. I'll call my marketing, whatever you need. You make the note on that question. That allows you then to focus on an aspect of your business that you weren't focusing on, but it seemed to make sense for you. So it was we create. I did this Excel spreadsheet. The book came out. It was printed at one printing plant in Zanesville. The cover was printed in Columbus. And then the binding, this was a very significant and difficult and costly part of the process. We put a spiral binding in, and that was at another facility. I don't know. My printer was taking care of that for me, and voila, the book was published, and it was a great um, adventure. I actually published the book not necessarily to see how many books I could sell or make money or whatever. My motivation to start the book, to write the book, to publish the book was so that the small business owner could step back and take a look at their business. And if they had any questions about it, I think I even gave my phone number way back then. The biggest criticism that I got about the book, constantly got about the book, was, David, you didn't give any of the answers to your questions. And I said, yes, by design, I did not do that because that would probably take me a year to do. And uh, from that moment on is when I started to produce videos, because then I could update those questions and do it very easily. And I've never been a big fan of promoting a YouTube channel, although I have one. I've had subscribers, but I never really focused on developing that channel because because a zillion other people were doing whatever. If I want somebody to watch my video, I'm going to bring them to something that it's my own. In this case, web landing page. That's how we created the concept of the web landing page. There are 3 videos on it, and they are there for an exact reason. So, switch gears. 3 years ago, a Janet Banks, a friend, and her husband Bob had been exercising with me for 13, 14 years. I don't know how many years it was. And Janet said to me, and she was always posing the challenges to me, David, you need to write a book. And I said, well, it's probably time, because I could start to organize all the things and really tell the stories in a meaningful way. So my legacy story is a 73-year entrepreneurial journey as a publisher producer, providing marketing sales strategies. That's kind of what I have been doing all these years. Guilty as charged. And I told Janet that I absolutely would not create a hard copy book. Not that they aren't important, but that's not what I wanted to do with my life. I could do it more efficiently and get more done if I did it in videos and if I did it digitally. So she said, whatever. I don't know what she said. I went home that day and um, I bought my legacy story.site domain. And so we have been developing the whole concept of the book with the ebook. I call it a living ebook because weekly, as I produce new videos and write something new, and I got to figure out how to capture all the Facebook stuff that I'm doing and be able to put it into a written form. And so there's a written aspect, and I found some software that I purchased the license very, very inexpensively. I think I paid $35 for the license. And what it will allow me to do is write and enter whatever it is I want to write. And it's really a very interesting company. I think they're doing a good job because they're updating the concept and things that they are doing. I mean, since I started doing it, there's some new things that weren't when I first started, and now I have to rethink what's the best way to get the end product. So designer dot whatever. I highly recommend them. I also wanted to make videos a part of the concept. So I create videos, and I need to capture the URL of that video so that I can use it however it is I want to use it. And uh, we've got we have a lot of videos going right now on web landing pages that I've been creating for the last couple years. And then a couple years ago, I actually saw some animated, cartoonish type format that you could use. It was an app, and you could create a story with it. And I bought it and I didn't use it, so I canceled. And now I bought it again, and now I'm going to use it and create animated stories, and those will be coming on a weekly basis. So I guess my message is just do what I do. It's working for me, and there's no reason why it can't work for you the same way. And if it doesn't, I'm here to so you can ask questions, and we will get it figured out. So anybody who goes to my legacystory.site and purchase a lifetime, and you will actually be the very first lifetime subscribers for $24.99. $11 of that goes to the New World Institute for Creative Marketing Sales Scholarship Fund. And after we get $669 worth of those things, then we'll find someone that wants to get involved in what it is that we're doing, and it will be it'll either be a job for them, or it'll be a business opportunity that I will help them get going. And for anybody that buys my book, I will create a private session. I don't know what technology I'll use yet. I haven't used much group technology yet, so I'm playing around with a couple ones. And I will invite you to come and show you and spell it out for you to do all the things that I'm doing. And you can do them all for yourself. You can do one of them for yourself, whatever it is, but you can create your legacy story, whatever that might be. And it's been a really a fun journey, and come aboard and let's keep it going. So that's what I wanted to share this evening. And my legacystory.site. It's very simple. It's the name of the book, the story, and that site was a domain that I was able to get from GoDaddy. And I'm building a lot of .sites and a lot of .solutions. That's another domain that's working very well. So come on aboard and let's have some fun. And I'll see you the next time, which may very well be the best time. I attribute that to my old friend Jaime Williams, who had a huge journalistic audience. Oh, well, he was on the radio too, and I suppose probably he was in the early days of television sports broadcasting. But I became really good friends, and I was actually paying for him to have a column in one of the publications that I was doing. So that's how we became friends. And so he said that, and it's always been a great way to say, I'll see you the next time, which may very well be Desk time. We'll see you then. Enjoy your evening. And enjoy your evening if you got that far.